Children's upbringing is first of all self-improvement, which nothing helps as much as the kids do. Tolstoy. One cannot help but agree with this opinion of the great writer. One cannot help but fully appreciate the idea behind the creation of the Dytiatko Children's Television Festival, which no doubt became a source of improvement of its own organisers and a tutor of its direct participants. The initiative of the head of Kharkov Regional Council, Sergei Ivanovich Chernov, was connected first of all with concern about the filling of airspace with negative information and a lack of quality children's programmes. Secondly, it was connected with the desire to reveal groups whose work was aimed at the development of children's creativity in the field of film and television. And most importantly, it was connected with the creation of a holiday atmosphere of like-minded people together who care about the process of harmonious development of children. Thanks to the extensive advertising campaign of the first festival in 2009, 59 studios and authors from 3 countries, Ukraine, Belarus and Russia, were engaged in the competition. The total number of submitted works of various genres reached 149. According to the results of the first round, representatives of 21 studios were invited to Kharkov. The participants competed in 3 main categories and 8 additional competitions. The best works of the festival can be viewed on air on regional television channel OTB during the telethon Dytiatko, which was created in 2009 together with Kharkov RSTRC. The cultural programme of the festival left the participants little time for rest. Interesting meetings, workshops by leading TV workers and directors, and city tours filled the time with a lot of impressions and left a lot of pleasant memories for the future. But the main achievement of the first year of the festival is the creation of an unforgettable atmosphere of adults and children committed to the future. Future broadcasters, directors, cameramen and actors. The creative groundwork of a future community was laid, called Dytiatko. It united together those who wanted self-improvement through a very important job, raising children who entrusted a crystal of their talent to adults in order to transform it into a valuable diamond. Amusements of adults are called business. Amusements of children are also called business, but adults punish children for them. Aurelius. The preparation for the second Dytiatko festival was precisely the kind of business which can hardly be called amusing for adults. It is the exception when aspiration, desire and their implementation go hand in hand among children and adults. A significant growth in its members proved the success of the first festival. In 2010, 72 studios from 4 European countries sent their works in order to participate in the festival. The total number of entries exceeded 200 works. Representatives of 35 studios were invited to the final part of the festival in Kharkov. The number of nominations and contests has risen to 17. Of course, these are dry statistics, but it shows best of all that the number of those who wished to join the project became many times bigger. Since 2010, Dytiatko has been not only a festival. In 2010, a non-governmental organisation, Kharkov Association of Children's Screen Art Dytiatko, was formed. Members of the association are united by an understanding of the danger of uncontrolled electronic media on the formation of spiritual and moral values in children and youths, their patriotic and cultural education. The purpose of the association is the development of children's television in Ukraine. The Dytiatko telethon became traditional and annual on the TV channel OTB, as well as a free demonstration of the best works of the festival on the big screen in the Cinema Center network of cinemas. Moscow State University and its rector, Viktor Anatolovich Sadovnichi, became a true friend and partner of the festival. Since 2010, every year 2 studio winners are invited to Moscow, where they have an opportunity to get acquainted with the university, to study the experience of leading TV and radio companies, to see the capital of the Russian Federation for a week. But of course, these substantial amusements were waiting for the winners, which were to be determined by the professional jury. And it was a very laborious business, headed by Marina Landa, TV presenter of the channel Carousel, composer of the popular cartoon series Smeshariki. Oddly enough, it was Marina Landa who proved that your favourite business can be an amusement for your whole life. And even those groups which had lost major festival awards did not feel punished by the adult jury. Quite the opposite. They got additional encouragement for a favourite amusement in order to prove the next year that it is an important aspect of their life. The 4 festival days had passed away, leaving behind many memories, new acquaintances and impressions. But for the organisers of the festival, many things were ahead. Summing up, counting of disadvantages, and the main thing, the realisation that many matters were before them. And if someone should be punished, by Aurelius, it is only you. And it is self-improvement, in the words of Tolstoy. Children should live in the world of beauty, games, tales, music, illustration, imagination, and creativity. Sukhomlinsky. Indeed, the organisers of the 3rd International TV Festival Dytiatko were governed by this, when in 2011 they created 4 festival days according to the aforementioned characteristics. Recognising that the professional level of participants was growing, self-improvement of the organisers was on the top of their creative growth. An unprecedented in scale opening of the festival impressed not only the children, but also the adult guests of this holiday of creativity. But this was preceded by the coordinated work of the organisers, which the kids of Gvozdika Summer Recreation Camp from Boyka Experimental School experienced first. The thematic summer shift, I Am Making Television, was held within the festival. Many children from different parts of Kharkiv region joined the interesting business of television making in the form of games. Children went all the way, from looking for ideas to creative realisation and competition, and of course, to the awards for the best implementation of their plans. Each child could say confidently, "We are making television." The television company, Private TV, which is a permanent media partner of the festival, an unusual gift for all participants. A series of TV programmes called Dytiatko. Funny puppet presenters were trying to join the festival during all the sessions, making interesting stories about the history of television and its components. In 2011, more than 140 works were received for participation in the festival, from 59 studios of Ukraine, Russia and Belarus. Ukraine was represented by the studios from 18 regions, Russia from 10 regions, including the Republic of Moldova and Chuvash Republic, Belarus from 3 regions. 30 studios got to the final part of the festival, which presented 35 works. The number of main nominations increased from 3 to 6. New nominations appeared, such as Best Gaming Film and Best Documentary by a Children's Studio, and Best News Programme by a Children's Studio. The total number of nominations and contests increased to 19. Since 2011, an additional competition was added in the festival programme on a special topic. The first such competition was dedicated to the 50th anniversary of the first flight to space by men. During the festival, within the special topic, a meeting was organised for the participants with the hero of Russia, cosmonaut Yuri Onufrienko, native of Zolochov district, Kharkiv region, and participants in the launch on April 12, 1961, the ship Vostok. Young, inquisitive TV reporters assailed the cosmonaut with questions about the peculiarities of flight, training for them, emergency situations and curiosities, weightlessness, space tourism, and even diet. At the invitation of the organising committee of the 13th Eurasian TV Forum, the Dytiatko Festival was presented at this honourable event, which was held late in 2011 in Moscow. It is unknown whether the participants of the festival managed to fill their own world with tales, music, imagination and creativity, but 4 days in the world of Dytiatko were filled with this miracle. New acquaintances and new friends became a convincing down payment of the future festival, which work began on immediately after this unwanted separation. Dytiatko continues its confident move. It continues to gather new friends in the fabulous world of television. Children are our judges of tomorrow, critics of our beliefs and actions. They are people who go into the world for the great job of creating new forms of life. Gorky. No doubt, it is really so, and the participants of the Dytiatko festival have already tried to be judges today. It was one of the main innovations of the 4th International Festival. Who else but children are free of bias in decision-making? The organisers of this festive creativity forum decided to assure themselves of it. Or maybe they just decided to take a breather from the making of crucial decisions concerning defining the winners in the category Best TV Show Made for Kids. Whatever it was, the 4th festival showed a significant movement in the expanding of the interests of its members. The number of nominations has doubled for 4 years. The new nomination, We Are the Local Government, appeared thanks to the partnership with the Office of the European Council in Ukraine. And the first winners of Zhytomyr City had an opportunity to visit the headquarters of the European Council in Strasbourg. A good friend of the festival and its partner, Moscow State University, gave an opportunity to the 2 studios winners to visit the alma mater during the week. 2012 was notable for the fact that the Dytiatko Festival became a member of CIFEG, the International Centre of Films for Children and Youth, and the representative of this organisation, Martina Lasika, handed a special prize to one of the festival winners with pleasure. On the whole, 205 works from 84 participants participated in the competition in 2012. 46 works from 39 participants got into the final part of the festival. And while all this did not let the jury rest, the participants enjoyed the programme of the festival. They were waiting for workshops from professional TV workers, creative meetings with famous people, and personal communication with the jury members who have become real friends and mentors of young contestants for 4 years. An obligatory part of the festival celebration, as always, was an interesting excursion through Slobozhansky region. It seems one could have seen everything in the previous 3 years, but the fact is that every year Kharkov demonstrates new things and acquisitions with pleasure. The Central Recreation Park, opened before Euro 2012, aroused particular interest. And if the winners usually do a lap of honour, in this case the lap has changed to the vertical plane and become a wheel of honour. Of course, all rewards have found their owners, even the one that was defined by child judges. The professional jury only envied how naturally and easily the winner among professional creators of children's programmes was defined. Their own sense of immediacy and sincerity on the part of the winners helped. And confidence grew that our future judges will be able to fairly determine the level of sincerity of all who made every effort to create the great creative forum. As the 5th year of the Dytiatko confidently steps ahead, it has learnt not only to speak for itself, but also to convince that future festivals will be only better, more interesting, and even to unite more countries and participants in the hospitable and truly European city of Kharkov.